She went and filed some charges on me for some domestic stuff.
What did she say?
That I pushed her
Come
down.
on.
He was drinking and driving with the kids in the car.
In the conclusion?
My attorney told me that there was a warrant out for my arrest for it.
Yo, you went to jail. Why are you sending all this to... You said friend. We're not sending friends this.
Yeah, but...
Come on here.
Yeah.
Would you be insulted if she sent nudes to another guy?
Very.
That's fucking dumb. That mindset is fucking dumb.
What was that?
She went and filed some charges on me for some domestic stuff. They ended up... It was all bullshit. She just made it...
Was it? What did she say? What before we hear the conclusion, what did she say happened?
She said... That I pushed her down or something. I don't know. I don't even remember.
No, what did she say?
That I pushed her
Come
down.
on.
That,
Okay.
She also claimed that he was drinking and driving with the kids in the car, and specifically said that it was a michelada, which I don't know if you know what that is, but it has tomato juice in it. He doesn't really drink. I mean, he definitely does not like tomatoes. So
Tony. And,
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's I mean, don't get me wrong, I do drink, but it's not like a regular thing. Like I might go have a couple.
Why would
beers.
she claim that?
Because she was just trying to.
She's crazy.
Yeah, basically she told me right when we separated that I wasn't going to see my kids anymore, and that was just kind of an attack at me.
Why would she claim you pushed her down?
I don't know.
Okay, in the conclusion,
I had to go to a divorce hearing, and so my attorney told me that there was a warrant out for my arrest for it.
Yo, you went to jail.
Yeah, and so I went and turned myself in for it. They dismissed all the charges.
Good.
And so
It's crazy that you can get unless you're like no, I guess I would rather people get arrested before going through the whole thing in case people are violent, but it's so weird. Before you're even charged with it, it's so interesting to have to go to jail. How long were you in jail?
I just spent the night. I went and
It's still crazy. Yeah, it's an interesting thing how that happens. Okay. So you hear a guy that had court fees for allegedly, and turns out didn't, but allegedly pushed someone down and drove drunk with his kids, and you're like, move in?
No, see,
We have different standards for people moving in with us.
Yeah.
You and me.
Yeah. I guess I'm not sure how much of that situation I knew before you moved in. I don't remember.
Girl, you didn't even know he cheated on his first one, and that was the divorce reason.
Well, I knew that he cheated, but I didn't know
that was the reason for the divorce. That's crazy. You guys are together now. You're talking about getting married. You already have a marriage date on the painting.
We were flirting back and forth on Snapchat quite a bit.
Okay, you sent nudes.
Yes.
Okay, so you cheated. Great. Dude,
Yeah.
everyone's a cheater. I'm just convinced at this point everyone's a cheater. Guys, just go open. If you and people don't vibe with open, that's okay. Then don't. Then break up or stay together. Be loyal.
I
What is
did
wrong with
actually
you
have
guys?
that conversation though about
And?
being open.
And?
It didn't work.
Well, there you go. Yeah, you still sent nudes, so you cheated.
This is true.
You.
This is
How
true.
many people you send nudes to?
Just him. Just the one.
Both of you, second and third marriage, both cheaters. Why are you confident this is going to work?
I mean, I know I've changed, and the feelings.
A couple years? So it's
that's ultimately what led to the first marriage.
Why'd you get divorced?
I was cheating on her.
Thought about killing myself.
This f***ing show. You didn't know that. And nobody. Oh, giggle about it. How he's giggling about cheating on his first wife when you're about to be his third.
Yeah, I also didn't actually know that's why they broke up. I knew they were
What the f***?
cheating
You're learning about that now?
back and forth on each other for a little bit. I don't remember if you.
Tony, what'd you do? What
On the
was
road.
happening?
I was just off working on the road, and I was traveling for work. I was doing wind turbines.
Lizards?
No.
Oh,
Just
okay.
Tinder, going on dates because I would be in the area for 3 to 6 months. And
Oh my gosh, but why didn't you just try to do open or just break up or something? You had kids with this woman. Why didn't you ask permission or something? Because I'd get it. 6 months constantly somewhere. I mean, yeah, I would struggle.
she definitely wasn't open to it.
Well, did you talk about it?
Not like
Well, then you don't know. But either way, even if she wasn't, if she isn't, then if you're a loyal husband, don't. How often were you?
It only happened a couple times.
How many years then?
That was all right at the end. I went out on the wind turbines, and within 6 months we separated.
What the f***? How'd she find out? This show and adultery.
It's
crazy.
My Snapchat had my first and last name on it, and one of the girls looked me up on Facebook and saw our profile and messaged.
She outed.
Yeah.
How many women were you with when you cheated? Come on.
I think for sure one before we actually separated.
No.
There might have been a second one before
How
we
do you
actually
not know
separated. No, it's just a long time ago.
Not really. It's really
It was
not.
kind of a blur, and there was a lot right
At
after
best,
it
it's
happened.
like 4 years. It's probably closer to 3. Dude, the reality is, she didn't even know. She didn't even know that's why you guys got divorced. She didn't even know. Dude, you're going to be his third marriage. He's going to be your second, and he lost his first marriage because he cheated on her with multiple women. What the fuck? Why are you guys, you met 5 months after his second divorce. The second divorce was absolutely crazy. You've only been together for a year and you're both going to get into your second and third marriage. What the fuck are we doing? Why are we doing this so quick? When's your marriage?
Maybe a couple months.
Well, that's
No.
why you
No.
feel like a rebound.
Yeah, they
one-
broke up around
1 month.
Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
and then we started dating in March.
Okay, so it was not a couple months.
My bad.
No.
It's like
Sorry.
a couple weeks. And by the way, it's not like, okay, so you learned stuff in a year? Because I know what happened. I was reading over during that entire conversation we had, which we didn't know most of that stuff, but we do know what happened with that guy. He
Yeah.
was living in a hotel. And you just f***ing fully funded his life. You let him in
Yes.
your Cash App. You gave him access to your Cash App. You were giving him money. You were just funding him. You can't tell me you learned your lesson. That was a f***ing year ago.
Yeah.
It's a year ago. You don't know what the f*** are you guys talking about?
Well, with that, I learned a lesson that
Don't give a guy that's homeless your Cash App?
Yes.
I don't know if you would need to
Yes.
learn a lesson.
to not let people take advantage of you.
Some way too early, in my opinion, especially with just how quick you guys move. So what's going on?
Also trying to find out what she's got a whole separate account that she puts $600 into every month that I don't get to see.
Why? If we're combining to get like eyes on everything, why is there a separate $600 a month account?
So, I mean, in the beginning, when we put all of our finances together, I think it was like maybe 4 to 6 months of us being together where we decided to have access to each other's bank accounts. I thought it was a safe idea to go ahead and have a little bit set aside for myself. And then
Will
I
she
just
let you see
never changed it.
I asked her to see it, and she just kind of brushed it off and changed the subject
Why?
and said she'd rather
That's
not.
fucking weird.
I don't think you've ever actually asked to see it, but
He just said he did.
I mean, it's a lot of the charges on that account that I get mad at him for. So,
Huh?
yeah. So like
No. What does the f- does that even
the like
mean?
gas station, fast food, stuff like that. That's my bad account where I just spend bullshit money.
So, backstory, she was watching the show first, and she was telling me how I was messing up on my finances. And so I started watching too. But then, come to find out, she was doing all of the exact same things and just hiding it from me while getting on to me for doing it.
Well, would it make you feel better or worse that she literally, out of all the statements she sent, did not send us this statement? Why? We got a statement for everything, just
Legit
not
says
this.
that she
will
couldn't
not
get it,
pull
but
up.
we'll
Well,
see.
then screenshots.
It told me specifically not to send screenshots unless it was
Unless you couldn't
Some
get
other app.
statements
I didn't see
or
that
something,
part.
right?
I thought it was just if it was like a what is it like Afterpay
Well, let
or
me
something.
see it. I mean, that's pretty easy, right?
Yeah,
Has this caused drama?
a little bit, but I don't know. It's also, it's her paycheck going into it. So I
It
get
is,
that.
but if we agreed to go combine so we could all get eyes on it, if she has to get eyes on you, it's weird that she's hiding something.
I agree.
It's also weird that she didn't send a fucking screenshot or something. This is $300. That's the one you put $300 in.
That's from today.
What's that question?
With my bullshit spending, I know how much is in the account and I know how much I can afford to spend. He doesn't look. He doesn't know. And then next thing you know, he's negative
She did an overdraft. That is true.
something dollars.
Why do I
because
hear that?
He doesn't
like,
look.
You want to give him an allowance or something. Wouldn't that just be further enabling that behavior of him not learning? What is this you wanting to give him an allowance?
So the conversations that we had were that he's better with cash because he'll keep track of how much cash he has because it's right there in
Okay.
his hand instead of having to open an app and use Face ID. So the idea was to let him have X amount of money from every paycheck that we get, and we get paid opposite weeks. So it'd be
Why do you need her to be
4
mommy?
times.
What the is this? Can you not man up? Dude, you're older than her?
And I was also supposed to tell him how much he's allowed to spend each time we get paid.
Why do you need mommy?
I don't think that I need a mommy. I just don't want to deal with it.
That's you needing mommy. Why can't you grow up and be an adult where you have to deal with it? Because you have to deal with it. You need to be an adult.
I think it just stems a lot from I made really good money for a while and just didn't have to look and knew that it was there.
Hey, guess what? Things have changed. How long has it been since it changed?
About a year now.
Okay, then why do you need mommy?
I don't think that I do. I think I would just rather that she did do it so that way I didn't have to.
Is that how you want your marriage to be?
No.
Okay, then what the are we doing here? Guys, this is why we take time before we go into a marriage, before we move into each other, before we combine finances. You didn't know this. You're learning it now on the ground. In the moment. Didn't even know why they got divorced, dude. I mean, come on.
I'm trying to get him to be better. And honestly,
Well, guess what? He just said he doesn't want to, and he wants you to control it. So what the do we do with that, huh?
give him an allowance.
No, you're literally just enabling his behavior. You're okay with that? Because that is you being mommy.
At least it is a set amount that he can spend, and it's not just,
Wow,
I'm
you're
not
okay
looking
with
at
being
the card.
mommy.
I'm just
You're
going to
okay
swipe
with
it.
being mommy. That's pathetic. How are you not
At
embarrassed?
least it's his money too this time.
That's embarrassing. How are you not embarrassed? He is a father of children. And you have to mother him? And you're okay with that for the rest of your life?
Just in the finance area because he just doesn't look.
I feel like I take care of most of the rest of everything else. And
What's
so,
that?
Like the taking care of the house and the dogs and all that stuff. And, you know,
He honestly does do more around the house and with the dogs than I do.
Dude, dogs are easy.
yeah, but I'm not,
What are we talking about here?
I'm not saying that it is a lot. I'm just
This is
saying
financial communication. This is going to determine one of the leading causes for divorce in this country for the rest of your lives and temporary marriage.
it's,
Hopefully not temporary.
that
Well,
also,
I'm going off just the trend.
that and another thing is in my previous marriage, it was, you know, she didn't work while we were together because she was taking care of the kids. And so the dynamic
part-time
there,
kids.
the dynamic there was 100%. I was making the money and she was taking care of the finances and she handled it. She paid the bills and she just managed the money. So I was very accustomed to that from a previous relationship. And so I still kind of have that expectation. I went straight from that to having money and not looking and just, I had money. So I just swiped it. And then I had no money. And so I just wasn't swiping. And then now, you know, I'm back to making
Now you
money.
just want her to take care of it. This is it's so weird. I mean, I have in your notes that, well, I mean, you feel like you have to mother him. So, I mean, that's obviously as clear as day, but that you feel like she doesn't respect your opinion. What does that even mean? And even, why should she? If she has to give you an allowance, why the conversation happens? What's the topic? How does it go in this house?
Mostly her bitching at me about spending too much at the gas stations.
And what do?
Tell her get me cash and I'll pay attention more.
So it's less of a,
And I wouldn't call it an allowance. I would say that it's
That's
budgeting.
his bullshit spending.
well, I wouldn't even just say that. I think it's his anti-you bitching at him fund. I think that's why he wants it more than you mothering him. If you're bitching at him constantly and it's just a miserable whore to be around at home, like, well, yeah, he may as well do the thing that's a little less freedom, but at least he doesn't have to listen to his wife. Okay. Oh, collections. Who has collections?
Yeah,
And
Verizon.
credit guy. That's what this is? $1,417?
I
Verizon,
thought that
I thought you were on your
canceled-
parents' phone plan.
That's a lot of why I'm on their phone plan.
Oh my gosh, you really can't do anything. This is pathetic.
That was after the first divorce. We had a phone plan together. I thought that I would canceled it, but I guess I didn't, or maybe I don't know. I really don't. But they kept billing me, and I wasn't using them anymore. And so then it showed up, and I just haven't paid them.
So he just decides to ignore it.
It'll fall off after 7 years.
You know what else they can do though? Sue you.
Yeah.
It's happened on the show. It's happened in many of the Caleb Hammer shows.
That's a lot of money for
It's
Verizon.
decent enough to sue. You know what they do? They sue you. You like going to court. You go to court. You spend on legal fees. You know what they do? They get a court order. That court order garnishes your wages. Your wages are already taken from you thanks to child support. Why not have even more taken from you? That's not uncommon.
They can wait in line.
What do you mean?
They can't legally take more than 50% of my wages. And so if I get to that point, then
Who can't?
anybody. That you can't have, that's the law. They can't withhold more than 50% of what your wages are. And so.
Okay, maybe child support, maybe default on student loans. This might be a court order on extra. I don't know.
Yeah.
But even still, even if it is 50% is insane. Literally, she's being forced to live somewhere she really doesn't want to. And you're like, yeah, let's just take even more of my money. Like, that's pathetic. You're not a partner. How do you let Verizon go to collections, dude? I don't even know.
Well, I didn't know about it until it was in collections.
You were crying about your finances, and your mom said that she was going to take over. Your mom's going to take over y'all. Someone's student loans have just restarted a couple months ago, as most people in the country have, and you're late.
That'd be me. I wasn't making any payments. I didn't even know.
Are you going to?
I have started since, but I didn't even know that they were.
Because that's what happens. You know what happens? It goes to default, then all of a sudden, whoopsie, garnishment.
Yeah, no, they
again.
I didn't
and even
know.
though you have kids, you ain't gonna get any tax refunds.
He literally had no clue how much his student loans were or who he was going through for the loans until probably right before we did all of this. Honestly.
Shit, dude. Okay, we have a student loans. Okay, for Tony, $8,759. What's your minimum, Tony?
103.
Good. What's your minimum, Virginia?
Less than $100.
$90?
Sure.
What's your minimum?
I don't know. I've just been paying $100
so it's not going to be an accurate budget. Dumbass.
Well, I've been paying $100 a month towards it.
I don't give a shit what you're paying. I want to make a budget, dude.
At least I make my payments.
Oh my goodness. You don't understand. Well, let's get rid of the student loans. So,
sorry.
You okay?
Yeah.
$40,727.34. $767. You can pay off your debt. 4.5 years. Yeah, we got to boost these incomes, you especially. We got to boost. Get these course career certifications. Let's try to get more money in or work more hours, get a second job, and let's get this down to 2.5 years, then get a 6-month emergency fund and start a 50, 30, 20. 50% on needs, 30% on wants, 20% to invest it, okay? That gets us there.
Is this including the $600 truck payment as well?
Yeah, so you get rid of that, you speed that up dramatically. It'll actually carve a lot off of it. So you'll
Makes
actually
sense.
probably be closer to like 2 years if we get a good job. You shave that off because you still have to borrow like 10 to get everything fixed and borrow the difference. So let's call it about 2.5 years. I think is what you guys can do. Okay? Yeah. Grow the f up. Stop being a pathetic piece of shit. And I'm going to call your dad. We're going to talk about that. And we got to figure this shit out. We might call your mom about the wedding too. So lots of confrontational phone calls. Get ready. Post show is probably going to be even more interesting than the episode. But spending in a budget. Let's get your Hammer financial score. Spending in a budget, you overspent. 0 out of 10. Debt, there's collections. 0 out of 10. Emergency fund, there's nothing. 0 out of 10. Retirement, got something. But combine the income, dramatically behind for our age. 2 out of 10. Real estate, you don't own anything. You're not on the deed. You're not nothing. 2 out of 10. 0 out of 10. Hammer financial score, 0.5 out of